Hi everyone, this is what happened to me when I got government housing part 61. Um, so on the 30th of the 4th, 2017, I phoned a staffer from the court regarding my application for compensation, and that was because I had received an email from them, and in the phone call that I had with them, the staffer told me that they were going to set up a court hearing for my application for compensation. And that they were going to notify the respondent of my application and that the respondent would be present at my compensation hearing. And I was really shocked by this news and I was really angry because I had actually stated on my application that I wanted the hearing to take place in my absence. I had no intention of going to court any more than I absolutely had to. And given that I had stated that I didn't want to attend, I didn't see how they could force me to go. But they did. I was told that I had to agree to those terms, and I don't remember like the details of that, whether it was, I know you can't have a hearing if you don't agree or whatever, but yeah, I don't know why I had to do that, because if they were allowed to force me to attend a court hearing, they could have just sent me a letter requesting that I attend. But as it turns out, I did end up agreeing to their terms because I didn't feel like I had a choice. So now I had to spend all of my time dreading the court hearing and dreading seeing the respondent and dreading seeing his lawyer who had yelled at me. But I was so desperate to get compensation to cover all of the expenses that I'd incurred over the years that I'd been dealing with the respondent that I felt like I had no choice than to go through with it. On the same day, I wrote a separate letter to the compensation court asking to clarify some things about the phone conversation I had with the staffer. And I don't know why I sent like two separate letters about that one phone call, but I can only assume that it was because of the confusion that I felt about the way my case was being dealt with. And to be honest, it's quite confusing explaining what happened now because, as I've said a few times in this series, nothing that happened seemed to make sense, and virtually nothing that people said to me seemed to like have any relation to my own behavior or my own wants or my own needs. So, and I was also like really confused generally about everything that was happening to me, not just, the way I was being dealt with by the administrative staff, or, obviously I was confused about child protection. I was confused about MPs hand passing around my complaints, and I was confused about the police, and I was confused about police command, and I was definitely confused about the respondents' ongoing, interest in me when I had nothing to do with him. But anyway, then on the 1st of the 4th, 2017, the respondent was using power tools inside his unit overnight, and that stopped me from sleeping. And again, because I had been stopped from sleeping because of various reasons, whether like he was banging on the ceiling or stress or fear or any other thing like that. But I was becoming more and more exhausted with all the work that I had to do and all the stress that was caused by the things that he was doing. So on that day, I also posted the letters that I'd written up to the compensation court, and I also posted another application for compensation, like which I added to my existing application, which now that existing application must have been much different from when I first applied for compensation because I didn't have a lawyer. I had no idea how to make my application look professional. I just knew how to fill out the forms and submit them. And of course, I was collecting evidence all the time as well.